I know you've seen hundreds of seniors have performances before, but Rob Hummel tonight came out just on fire. What was going through your mind as you watched Robbie Hummel play tonight?
Well, you know, I've been a fan from afar for a while, and you know, with everything he's gone through, he deserved. And I thought this before the game. I thought he'd play great because I thought he deserved to play great in the NCAA tournament. And you know, he was fabulous. He was fabulous. You know, I think he and Bird started out 5 for 5 in the first 5 minutes or whatever, and he was great. Most of them weren't easy shots, but it was a bad matchup for us. We knew that going in, and we started conventional with Thomas on him, and then we switched, and then we're switching ball screens, and we don't usually switch ball screens. And when you only have 30 minutes to practice for them, we never got any rhythm defensively at all. We were awful, and then they made us pay for our mistakes. But he's a big time player. I'm really happy we won the game, but if we were going to win, I was happy to see him have a good game. He deserves it.
On the right, Bill.
Coach, you guys were, you and Painter were matching substitutions, and you were changing defenses and changing guys, running the triangle and two-some. Have you felt like you've coached a harder game?
Yeah, that was a grind game. That was a grind. I thought Matt did a really good job of keeping us off balance because he knew that it was a hard matchup with us playing two bigs with one of them guarding Robbie. So if you put Travis on him, then Travis kind of got some foul problems. But if you put him on him, now Thomas has to guard one of their guards, and he actually did a good job doing that. But now you're switching ball screens, and do you remember? I mean, it's just different when you haven't practiced that way a ton. And I thought we defended their motion a lot better second half. First half, I didn't think we did a good job at all. But Matt did a really good job with this game. I mean, he kept us off balance. They put two guys around Thomas the whole time. He was 2 for 12, but majority of the shots he missed were guarded, hard shots, and created some frustration. But there was more going on, at least in our mind, maybe in my mind, than what there is most games, because it felt like every possession there was a chance you were going to have to try to change something.
Straight back on the left.
Elijah has been maybe a little bit too passive for you guys at times this season, but he seems to have come on of late.
Yeah.
What is his relatively recent emergence meant for you guys during the postseason so
Well,
far?
he's played better than his numbers. He just hadn't shot the ball consistently. I mean, he was under 30% for the season from three, just until 2 or 3 weeks ago, and now he's got a little rhythm, but his confidence level just seems higher. And I don't know if there's anything specifically that's happened other than the fact that maybe he's realizing that he's really talented. I mean, he's a good guard, and I would say he was our best player here in Omaha. When you think both games together, and he actually played good in Kansas City when our team struggled. But he's a really good guard, and I think that he's going to continue to get better and better.
Bill, I don't know if anybody's asked you about going to Sweet 16 yet. They have, sorry. So go back, again, is it getting old?
No, it's not getting old. I don't know what we've been. I think there's been 3 years we haven't gotten to the Sweet 16, maybe since been at Kansas. And to me, the NCAA tournament's great, but to really feel the full benefit of the NCAA tournament from an exposure standpoint for your program, you really need to get to the second weekend because there's only 16 teams getting publicity as opposed to 68 teams getting it. So, that's good for our program, and you should never take it for granted getting there. And of course, we're excited, and I couldn't be. To me, in the tournament, I've been around it long enough now that usually teams that have great success in the tournament, they usually figure out a way to win a game where they don't play their best. And you look at us. I mean, we win the game and shoot 34%. That's unheard of, and don't make our free throws. 6 of 24 from 3, and so hopefully this was that game. They alluded to this earlier. When Hummel and Bird have us down 13-2 to start the game. I mean, just those two or whatever it was, and then we didn't have any rhythm, and they saw how you guys saw how they guarded us. They weren't. They were going to dare us to make shots, and when we didn't make shots early, I did think that guys felt some pressure. And that's when you got to guard and rebound. And we waited till the second half to do it, but fortunately we did.
Straight back, yes.
So, Bill, what's the operative emotion after escaping like that?
I would say in years past, it's probably been more relief. I feel relieved, but I also feel some jubilation too. I mean, the kids are excited. If you look at our team, where we were to start the season, and somebody said, yeah, you'd be about 29-7, and you'd be playing in St. Louis in the Sweet 16, everybody would have said, oh, what a great year. I'm really proud of our guys because I think a true testimony of a team's toughness is to figure out a way to win it when you don't play your best. And to me, this was for our guys, it was more of a pressure-packed game than it probably was for the Purdue guys. And when things didn't go well and you get behind and you're playing uphill the whole time, it takes energy and it takes some toughness. But I'm probably more happy and proud because the way we won is the way is who we are. We defended and we rebounded when the game counted the most. And you know, that excites me as a coach because you got to figure out a way when you don't make shots, and we certainly didn't make any shots, except a couple of key ones.
We're under 4 minutes to go. 2 questions are up.
Coach, at halftime, your two big guys combined for 3 points, and I understand you have the advantage at one end, but the disadvantage against their smaller lineup at the other end. But what was your message to your two bigs?
Well,
and then what did you do in the second half to get them a little bit more active?
I don't talk to our bigs about they have to score. I talk to them about, you know, Thomas, to me, need to move around more because we thought that would create fouls. I thought he was too easy to guard because he was posting on one block too much, and they could front and back him. I thought Jeff didn't go after the ball at all. My message was him, hey, be a factor, go after the ball. You know, he had a couple of chances to go after the ball and didn't. But I thought all along, and we talked about this as a staff, that we weren't going to be able to play them together much in this game. And you know, Kevin did some good things, offensive rebounding the ball, but my message to the whole team was trust each other. I mean, we told you you're not going to score on the first side, and you're probably not going to score on the second side against these guys. You got to move the ball quickly to get to third or fourth side or second or third ball screen, and then give them an opportunity to break down. We didn't give them a chance to break down. We guarded ourselves the first half, but in second half we actually ran offense better. We just didn't miss shots.
On the right.
Coach, after Tyshawn's dehydration tonight, was he playing a little bit leg weary tonight?
No, I don't think so. I just think he tried to do too much. You know, to me, you know, they did a great job of taking Thomas out, and they did a great job of keeping Tyshawn out of the lane. Those are the two things that we do best. And so, you know, with that being said, you got to figure out some other things, and he forced a couple of shots and had some bad possessions because I thought he was trying to do too much. I don't think it had anything to do with him being leg weary.
Right here in the aisle, Blair.
Just the timeout with 59 seconds to go. It was your last one.
Yeah.
And that was after, trying to think of what happened.
No, it was when we cut it to one on Elijah's.
That's right, on the lob slam.
Yeah, cut it to one.
What was the thinking there? You to burn your last time out? And
Well, I thought that we would. I probably could have waited, and Matt probably would have called a timeout to make sure Smith got back in the game. But in my situation, I just wanted to make sure we were organized defensively, and you know, it was a roll the dice deal. But I thought we were tired, and I want to make sure we had fresh legs. Seems like to me, with us knowing our team, that if we can look at each other and be in a timeout and say this is what we're going to do, we got a better chance of doing it than if we just trust to go do it. So I think we did hunker down and we're better, not because of the timeout, but I did think it kind of refocused us.
it led to the
Led to the steal that put us up one, and then there was another timeout with 23 left that led to put us up 3, I think. Yeah.
Anything else for the head coach of the Jayhawks? All right.
Thank you.
Bill. Best of luck.
Thank you.